Don't we have a job to do?
You took your time.
Sorry, I bumped into the Traveler and Charlotte en route, and we ended up chatting for a while.
It's been a while, Annette! We're working as Lenny's temporary assistants in the investigation of the Phantom Weasel.
Thank you. It's good to have you helping.
So, what's the situation? Have you seen Gemma?
Nope. I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
How bizarre. Maybe it was bad intel. Well, we won't get anywhere by standing around waiting. Traveler, Paimon, let's go ask around. Excuse me, good sir. Do you by any...
Gemma? You mean Caesar's fiancé? Sure I do. What's this about?
I'm just trying to get a hold of her because I need her help with something. I heard she comes here a lot.
Yeah, she does. Poor thing. It's no secret why, either. She's heartsick. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. I asked her what she was doing once. She said she wanted to speak to him again. She knows he's gone and can't hear her from the grave, but she just likes to spend time there, telling her fiancé all about how her life is going.
And she's been doing this ever since Caesar passed away?
I'll bet. Caesar's reputation fell apart after his identity was revealed, so I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters after death, but if I'm honest, I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma. Her fiancé was a low-life crook. He doesn't deserve so... Anyway, all of that said, she's running later than usual today. Normally, she'd be sitting in front of his grave by now. I wonder if she's okay. Well, that's everything I know, I'm afraid. You might have more luck.
All right, well, thanks for sharing all of this with us. We'll keep asking around.
You're welcome. I just hope she'll be able to move on one day.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel's back.
You're kidding. Wait, isn't he dead?
I don't know anymore. All sorts of news flying around nowadays. I can never tell what's true, but what if? Just hypothetically.
Called it. Seriously, 10 years ago, on the day it all went down, I said to myself, you know what? This guy's been set up.
Oh, please. Weren't you the one cursing his name?
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Hello there. Sorry for disturbing you, but I couldn't help but notice you were discussing the Phantom Weasel. We're actually quite interested in this topic as well, but we're struggling to get to the bottom of it.
You've come to the right people. Yep, I was there. Back when Caesar used to perform magic tricks on the street. He was a great magician. The best trick I ever saw him do was pop a transparent balloon. I was right up close and didn't blink or look away once. But for the life of me, I still don't have the faintest clue how he pulled it off. Really?
I saw him perform too. He always used to bring some gifts along for the kids who came to watch his show. And sometimes he even got the kids to write their wishes down, and then he'd make the items on the wish.
Huh. He doesn't sound like such a bad guy.
But after he died, there were also rumors that he used the wish list to find out what was precious to people, with the intent to steal it later. As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel...
Whatever the case, now that the weasel is back, I bet Gemma must be pleased. No, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
So that's Gemma. Wait, it looks like she's...
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid, we mean no harm. It looks like you're injured. How bad is it?
Thanks for your concern. But you didn't answer my question.
My name is Linny, and this is my sister Lynette.
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler. We're investigating the Phantom Weasel.
The Weasel posted a warning letter this morning. If he still lives, that means that Caesar was falsely accused. You knew Caesar better than anyone else. So if you're willing, we'd love to hear what you think about all this. I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you. In fact, we'll do all we can to keep you safe.
I never believed that he was the Weasel.
Huh. I suspected as much. Okay, so go...
No, not that I know of.
Got it. All right.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to be...
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely something fishy about her.
She's lying. She definitely knows something.
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers who showed up and started questioning her about things that happened a whole decade ago. It makes sense that she'd be wary around us. In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day. Over here.
Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us. Today, we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's former pupil and assistant. When Caesar passed away, all the stolen goods before long, Lorenzo was the next big magician in town, his fame surpassing even that of his master. I had to pull a lot of strings, but I managed to get him to agree to a couple of drinks with me.
You neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people with you.
My apologies. These two are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former Magic Maestro himself...
Oh, forget the pleasantries. Just sit.
Get a load of this guy. Forget the plus.
I only agreed to meet since we're both magicians. Do me a...
Much obliged, sir. As it happens, the matter I want to address is also related to magic. Yesterday morning, a warning letter from the Phantom Weasel appeared on the entrance to the I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned. Naturally, any investigation into the Weasel starts with the...
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the Weasel, and he's been dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it'd be funny to write a warning letter? It changes nothing. Are you trying to tell me you actually bought it?
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up. I do concede that a copycat is but one possibility.
Possibility? It's a fact, Linny. Look, my patience is limited, so listen carefully while I'm still willing to put up with you. The Weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows that, so do yourself a favor and quit this investigation. It'll lead you nowhere.
Oh, sir, I'm honored, really. But this isn't about finances for me. My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo.
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy. Just tell me what
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's true identity.
What would that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway?
Uh-oh. This is getting awkward.
Lorenzo? Is that? Oh, it is you! I know that big, booming voice anywhere.
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on! You can't be all...
If I wanted your life advice, I'd...
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, hey! Edmondo. This is your first time meeting him? Oh. And he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being, what, pushing 40, 30, something? Anyway.
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you.
Sorry, I may have had a little too much to drink.
I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Linny, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular fashion.
Totally. And what was all that about compensation? He's gotta be hiding something. And not like...
I think so too. We need to look into Lorenzo more closely. That guy Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about him. He only just left. Let's see... You okay there?
Who are you? Oh, it's you guys. Don't worry about me. I must have had... I said way too much back there, didn't I?
So, he was serious about threatening to cut you off?
Hey! Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs. Bad things happen to people who...
What kind of bad things?
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. And take it from me, trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't need in your life. You some That's not a good sign. You're too young for this.
And there he goes. knows?
Shh. I think we're being watched. Someone... Don't say anything and don't look back. Any altercation in the city will attract the guards. We'd better take this elsewhere. You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce yourselves?
So you're Linny. And where's your sister? Ain't she with you today? Save us the trouble and go fetch her for us.
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister! Who sent you, huh?
Save your questions, missy. You ain't gonna need answers where you're going.
Looks like we can't avoid this fight. Now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to...
Don't worry, we got this!
Curses. They're tougher than we thought.
Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did.
Come on, let's scram!
Hey, wise guys! We ain't through with you yet! Oh, they got away! Did you catch what they said? Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic. And they've... You're right. She was injured when we saw her. Maybe she was too scared to tell us...
Well, if that's the case, she should be more willing to open up to us once she learns that those thugs won't be bothering her anymore. Let's head back to the cafe and see if we can get any information from her.
Gemma?
You again. What is it this time?
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and so you can relax now. We're here to protect you.
What? Why? I didn't tell you anything. Why would they come after?
Sounds like they're no strangers to you.
That's putting it mildly. I know them all too well, and I hate them with every fiber of my being. It's been 10 long years, and still every time I try to look into Caesar's death, they show up and warn me. How do I know I can trust you? Do you really?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but I can promise because you see, this is a personal matter of the utmost importance. I give you my...
Okay. How can I help you?
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effect. Do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Sonde. But the place was sealed up by the police after his death. I also know that the Fleuve Sonde is...
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and take...
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm ordering.
I mean, bon appetit. But stay sharp, too. They're likely to come for you.
Okay. All right. Power saving mode off.
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Huh. Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. Let's chip... There we go. It should be just down here.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Caesar's workshop. Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further. What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets? Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
Disappear! And voila!
Whoa. Look. The doll in the box is glowing! There's something written on the card on the doll. Let's take a closer look. Looks like we've reached the end of this route. Shall we try a different one? These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician's workshop. There's a distinct lack of mystery. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. I'm starting to wonder whether Caesar built it. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe a hidden room somewhere. Aha! If I just move this book...
A secret passage! passageway!
I'm a magician too, and apparently great minds really do think alike. Looks pretty big inside. Let's head in and take a look around. Step right up. Lynette!
Shower me with praise! Strike a pose! Yeah! Shiver! Yeah! This one's got your name on it! Hiya! Ha! Ha! Umbrella warfare, I guess! Ha! Ha! Feeling lucky? You can't run! Yeah! Coming at ya! Ha! This one's got your name on it! Cha! Ah! Why have you stopped, Lenny? Is there some device in that?
Huh. It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys go. If anyone makes a major discovery, let's rendezvous.
All right, see you in a bit! Seems like we can't step on the same tile twice. Guess we've got to finish it in one run, huh? Take a peek inside it, shall we?
At one of my shows a few days ago, a child asked me how I pulled candy out of my hat. As a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish grant. So I told them another white lie. The machine needs time to power up, but I wound up saving very little this month. But that's not a major issue. I now have a bigger problem. Two children came to talk to me after today's show. I don't know why they were out on their own. They looked much too young to be unsupervised. I do hope they got home safely. Anyway, they said that they wanted me to teach them how to do magic. It's not uncommon for children to ask this, of course, but I've never seen any of them as serious about it as these two. I told them that learning magic is very hard work, but that didn't faze them at all. It's like they already... It seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately, but he won't open up to me about it. Surely he's not upset that I agreed to teach those two children. I'll have to talk him around. I have a good feeling about those kids. They're naturally talented, and it seems like they're not new to the world of magic. They have all sorts of fantastic ideas. All I'm really doing is helping them develop a more professional standard training plan. They wanted to call me Master, but I told them they absolutely mustn't. Any magician worth their salt could have taught them what I have. They're the genius. With time, I have no doubt that they could become far greater magicians than I. My only concern is why they're so mature for their age. I fear they've had to grow up too fast. I don't dare to imagine what they must have been through. Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them. Says that their eyes are too piercing. They don't bother me, but... It's nearly time for me to go on tour. I asked the two kids if they'd like to come with me, but they shook their heads. I once overheard them talking about their father and their mission. Sounds like their parents. It's only been 10 days since. They're very tough, but also very cautious. They hide things from me. That's the thing about children. Whenever they're trying to cover something up, it always shows somehow. I can sense that their lives have been hard. Possibly even dangerous, too, after thinking things over. P.S. I hope P.P.S. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Children... Oh, Caesar, Caesar.
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Linny and Lynette, don't you think? So did they meet Caesar when they were kids? Let's go ask Linny!
Hold that thought. As I expected, there's a lot of fishy things going on in this place.
Fishy? Uh-oh, what have you found?
All in good time. Before we go over our new leads, I want to tell you how a high-altitude... First, the magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. At this point, a dummy will fall out of the box, but it look... Meanwhile, the real magician, who has by now blended into the crowd, waits for a good moment. Oh no! Is that me? Did I just fall to my death?
Very vivid description.
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the time they... Of course, that's just how I think the process should work, theoretically speaking. The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, he fell right to the ground from the highest point of the opera house. And no one else has ever attempted this trick since.
So Caesar's famous high-altitude escape has never been done, huh? Paimon was about to say how cool it would have been to see it in person, but if it's that dangerous, it's probably for the best that no one else tries to do it. Wait a second. So if a dummy's supposed to drop out of the box, then where does the real magician go?
Glad you asked. That brings us to the secret of said box. This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the performance, and it's not as simple as it looks. Inside, there's a device that only the magician... Once the magician's inside, and the box is lifted up into the air, from where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front, sides, and bottom. But the back and the top, at this point, the magician presses a button inside the box, opening a secret door out of view. He then escapes through this trapdoor onto the opera house roof, waits for...
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined. Even Paimon could probably do it.
Well, there's a little more to it than that, of course. The hardest... There's the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance, the pompous performing. Maybe the magician would even have themselves tied up. Many days and nights of careful research and painstaking practice would have gone into this, all culminating in a performance just a few minutes long, but one that still manages to transform the shock. And Caesar was a highly accomplished magician.
So, how did it go so wrong? You said...
I can make a pretty good guess. I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret button I mentioned positioned on the right-hand side. And, sure enough, he always used his right hand as his dominant hand in public.
Okay. Nothing suspicious there.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here, because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. People naturally... But a magician needs to be able to redirect an audience's attention at will. The essence of magic is getting people to believe a lie. If even the truth raises eyebrows, and so... Caesar trained himself to use his right hand to align with, but in his most stressful and nerve-wracking moments, exactly, I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had mere seconds to open the hidden compartment, retrieve the dummy, but I'm sure he was confident. He would have rehearsed countless times to the point where... So he opened the compartment, took out the dummy, checked everything was in order, and then went to leave. With his left hand, much like when you reach for your keys but find your pocket empty, his mind needed a moment to process what was going on. Instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the missing button, maybe for another second or two. With the stakes being as high as they were, just a 2-second delay cost him everything. The authorities would...
But in reality, someone switched the boxes. But how would they be able to make the switch without being noticed? That would...
It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed. And isn't that right, Lorenzo?
You just couldn't let sleeping dogs... There's not a lot of people who'd go to all this trouble for some magician who died 10 years ago. But I gave you your chance.
You mean Gemma? So you are the one who's been...
Yes, although however stubborn she might be, she was never much... Which is why you can't leave this place.
Do you?
And voila!
Coming at ya! Attack! That's it. Shower me with praise! Lights out.
Let's get this show on the road!
Yoo-hoo! Judgment!
Had enough yet, Lorenzo? You're I think it's high time you started talking. And what I'd really like to know is, why did you murder Caesar?
If I had a mora for every time you've said that man's name. Of course you idolize Caesar. He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made magic into the...
So it was jealousy.
Jealousy. Hatred, more like. He poured everything into his street performances and his stupid tours like it was just a hobby to him. Never bothering to think about more. But the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and it brought me nothing more than the life I already had. He forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their mora. And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled in my own brand of money-making magic, he would expose me. I had to kill him.
And this was your only motive?
It was reason enough. What other motive would I need?
Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors at play.
In love with Gemma? Don't be ridiculous.
Guess I was wrong about that then.
I am. Caesar was... I never bought into any of that.
Oh, yeah! Charlotte told us that the weasel would steal whatever...
That's just how it looked from the outside. I stole cheap things...
So, that's the story, huh? Well, I hope you're ready to tell it all over again during your trial.
What choice do I have? You're a pack of wolves and you've got... So be it. I've enjoyed power and wealth for the last 10 years. The likes of which...
Very well. In that case, Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Lorenzo for me. I'll meet you just outside the workshop when I'm...
At least I can...
Lily has told me the whole story. Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar and to framing him for the...
Look who's finally... What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it. Because...
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lenny? Should we start preparing for your show?
Let me think. Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first. With Lorenzo in custody, Gemma will...
Good point! We should go tell Gemma the good news right away! It'll give her...
Ah, you're back. You were so quick. I've only just finished my third dessert.
Your third? Lynette, come on, we've talked about this. Everything in moderation.
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the
That's besides the point.
Point taken.
Did everything go okay?
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for us. The guards are...
Gosh, that's amazing. I'm sorry, I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but
It's okay, we understand. He did threaten you, but you don't need to be scared.
Sorry. I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's property, which I found suspicious. I was so afraid. Thank you all.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real Phantom Weasel. He never showed any signs that there were problems between him and Caesar in public. From the outside, it looked like they got along great. And to think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest all this time, while Caesar's name was getting dragged through the mud. It's a travesty. At least his soul can finally rest in...
If only I'd realized.
Don't blame yourself, Gemma.
Yeah, you still have the rest of your life to live.
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing a magic show at the Opera House tomorrow evening. Would you... This show will be a special one. Well...
In Caesar's honor. Thank you.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Traveler, Paimon, don't be late.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna miss out. Wait, Paimon feels like we're forgetting something. Oh yeah, Caesar's diary! We never found out if the two kids Caesar taught magic to were Linny and Lynette or not. Linny changed the topic back in the workshop, so we didn't get a chance to bring it up. Oh well, guess we'll just have to ask Linny tomorrow evening.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing. Boring. Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Not this time. My brother's going solo today. So, I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's ready because the show is about to begin. The great magician Linny has prepared a spectacular show for us all tonight, concluding with an all-new grand finale that no audience has ever seen before.
Wow! A new trick!
Thank you all so much for coming. Now, prepare to join me on a journey through the mystical and miraculous.
Exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yes, it's just...
No wonder. Caesar, so how did you two first meet?
Well, I was out on the street. Children love magic because they're willing to believe in things that can't be rationally explained. Caesar had... and somehow, I felt drawn to him too. So,
Aw, that sounds...
It was with a flower. He took it in his hand, snapped his fingers. I was so happy that day.
Oh, that's so cute!
Is that right? Then I suppose he's a romantic at heart. Just after all, you never know when the people dearest to you might be gone.
That's right. Paimon doesn't really know how to comfort you, but at the very least...
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy now, Phantom Weasel.
See? Even Lynette says... Wait, what? The Phantom Weasel? Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
What?
As Linny once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role, but once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow act?
What are you talking about? Traveler, Paimon doesn't like where this is going.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all enjoying There will now be a brief intermission, after which Linny will perform the most electrifying act of tonight's show. The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House, so please make...
The Phantom Weasel never did like public place. Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon. Let's talk...
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid I can't do any tricks to light. This is a big mistake for a magician to make. But thankfully, I do have a backup plan.
Linny? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel.
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking.
Really? Well then...
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine. But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long she found her ticket to freedom. She would create a scapegoat, After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar. After all, magic and theft shared enough similarities for people to buy the story when...
So, being the master deceiver she was, the Weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now, all that remained was to frame him for her countless crimes. But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered her mind. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the Weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
I've got to hand it to you. You're both... But I just have one question. You seem to think that I...
Don't worry. Lorenzo said nothing, but I never believed that he was the weasel. And in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me? Even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. The lovesick fiancé, whose Caesar was maligned and hated by all for 10 years, but you? Everyone sympathized with your... Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seemed weeping in front...
Wait, so you mean the whole intimidation thing was just a hoax? Gemma and Lorenzo were both in on it? But why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't he sell her out even at the end and...
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Linny, if you're so confident in your version of events, having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But if the weasel remained free...
An excellent answer.
Is that right? Well, don't let me...
As a matter of fact, there's one thing Why would the real weasel have targeted things that only have value to other...
Of course. After all, if I had to guess, I would... Left to fend for herself after her parents died young. She'd scrounge waste paper from garbage bins to draw on. This was her only source of happiness in life. But once again, she was betrayed. And this time, everything... This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. I detest the happiness of others, in all its forms alike. I will rob them of everything they hold to be good.
That's some...
Now it all... Does this story satisfy you?
Yes, it is quite to my tastes. Thank you for helping to clear up my confusion.
Huh. That's right! Because without that, none of this would have ever come to light.
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom Weasel would be Linny. Or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now? You were the one...
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Still as shrewd as ever. Well, no need for me to be coy about it. Our goal was to clear Caesar's name. The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the weasel to show themselves.
That's...
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe. I shall take from you that which you hope...
10 years ago? You... Wait. Oh, I get it. You were those two obnoxious kids. He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what, 10 days or something? And you...
We remember all our debts, however great. 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn to shreds, and his legacy was thrown out. 10 years on, and no one cares what... But we did not forget.
And? What exactly did you take?
Free? Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with lies, I think that applies to you too. Truth can take many forms. Life took many things from you, and those wounds never healed.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Perhaps that's because you found something other... Back to Lorenzo for a second. He murdered his own master, played along with your... He knew who you were and the things you'd done, and despite that, you're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I think... But that truth is gone now. And I guarantee you...
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom will cost you dearly. From now on, you'll be all alone in a world full of love.
Gather round, one and all. The time has now come for the amazing Linny. I'm sure you're all wondering what he has planned for the grand finale.
A high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar. This was the very trick that led to his fatal fall. after which he was dubbed, but we have now learned that Caesar was wrongly accused, and that the real Weasel has now confessed to their—
Guess that's my cue to leave. Whew. I've been Traveler, Paimon. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but you alone.
Lenny, you two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing your secrets. So what about now? You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone. One day—
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
So,
Like Linny said, when you're ready, let's head outside and watch the show.
but what about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough. Oh, and if you'd like to see Linny after the show—
All right. Well, let's...
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Linny is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Linny! Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic-defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling, and the next, he turned into flour.
How could he possibly?
How mysterious. I didn't blink once.
What a heart-stopping magic show! Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician Linny has fulfilled... Looks like everyone really loved Linny's grand finale! Paimon doesn't see Linny anywhere! Where'd he go? Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, oh, you mean the one where Caesar's buried? Yeah, that's probably it. It's all magic. Alright, let's go look for him. you all right? Paimon was scared to death.
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative to keep the audience on tenterhooks. That's our job. I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. The thought of falling, suddenly feeling... Sometimes, I can't help but wonder what Caesar thought in those final moments. Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on?
You know, Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something ever since we were in Caesar's workshop.
After I joined the House of the Hearth. To be honest, Lynette, I told you about my past before, remember? As a young boy, I survived by secretly learning magic but I quickly realized that observation alone could only get me so far. I needed to learn how to improve my sleight of hand, hone my misdirection skills, and We were gifted enough that we'd made some progress by ourselves.
So that's why you sought Caesar out?
Yes. We figured there was no harm in asking, but it took us by surprise that he was so willing to teach us. In all, we only spent 10 short days together, but he was very good to us. By contrast, for instance, when he asked why I wanted to learn magic, but in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. After being taken in by an aristocrat for our magic talent, then betrayed soon after, this was no longer about me doing what I loved. What amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips even as I was hesitant. Trust is a beautiful thing. Sadly, I'd forgotten how to trust by then.
Winnie.
Still worried about the way I feel? You really are a gentle soul, aren't you? But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the House of the Hearth, after Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. The next we heard of him was that he'd fallen to his death. That night, I remembered his smile. But as I lay there, to keep secrets is to put up walls. The longer you keep them up, the less you let people in. Then, one day, you only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them completely. That's why
Yeah, cheer up, Winnie. We've had to say our fair share of goodbyes during our journey, too. But whatever happens, Paimon always believes in what tomorrow brings. Delicious food, fun toys, and the Traveler by my side. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kinda make you Paimon's truth?
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. We are the truest thing each other has in the world, and nothing can replace that. Life has taken plenty from us, like it did from Gemma. But at least it left us with each other. That's why the darkness never consumed me, and why it never will. Maybe we live in the shadows too, but we remember every... All right. Time to lighten this conversation up a little.
It was amazing! Paimon just wishes we hadn't been so distracted. Winnie?
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decided.
Aw, come on! Surely you can think of something. The Winnie...
Oh, all right then. I'll watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your...
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could have sworn I brought one here with...
3, 2...
Now, have another look around. Maybe the flowers appeared somewhere else.
Really? Let's see. Wow, there it is! Oh, this is a different flower from the one, but more importantly, Paimon has it!
Well, if you want to learn magic, you'll have to start by addressing me as teacher.
Fine! Please, teacher, please!
Since you asked so nicely, I'll share one little tip with you. Namely, the student of magic cannot
Is that it?
Ah, look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my show. I look forward to seeing you.
All right, shall we head back down too? Oh, Paimon can't wait to read the Steambird tomorrow. Let's head to the Steambird's offices tomorrow morning.
I'm very sorry, Charlotte, but my sister and I are quite busy today. I'm afraid we'll have to decline this interview.
Oh, please, Linny, I'll only take a moment of your time, if you would be so kind.
Huh? What's happening here?
I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, and it was going to go to print this morning. But just as dawn broke, I suddenly received news that Caesar's fiancée, Gemma, had contacted the guards and could—
That was quick.
Too late, bro.
That was quick, you say? It's— Aha! My instincts did not lead me astray.
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded her of a better time with Caesar, and she could no longer ignore the voice of her conscience.
Huh. Okay, then.
Well...
Oh, I remember now! You and Gemma were no— Quickfire question! Where did you all go after the show?
Oh, we went to the cemetery and Linny did a private Actually, glad you mentioned it, because that reminds Paimon, guess what?
What? I don't recall ever having received a rainbow rose from you myself. Is this supposed to mean that they're more important?
No, I just...
What now? This is getting pretty up.
Seems like this interview wasn't meant to be. Forgive my persistence, but when there's explosive news waiting to be found— Apparently, one of the things she said to the guards was that her final wish is to see Lorenzo— Alright, I guess I'll leave you to—
Lynette? Paimon didn't mean to—
Don't worry, I wasn't angry. I was just trying to
Oh, really?
Phew. You and me both, Paimon. You and me both.
Please, take good care of that rainbow rose. I'd be really upset if you lost it.
Have you packed all your things? Make sure you brought the onigiri and rice cakes your mother prepared.
Don't worry.
worry. I have them all. They're going to last me days. Take care of yourselves while I'm out. And make sure you remind Mom if running the store gets a bit too much.
Oh, Yoimiya, your mother and I got so worried when we heard that you were going. We've never left the country. So we don't know how Outlanders might view us Inazumans.
Oh, relax. Outlanders are friendly and warm. Look at Toma from the Yashiro Commission. He's a rich...
A mop tier? What mop? Oh! Do you mean...
No! I said top, not mop.
We haven't heard this kind of friendly banter in a while, huh?
Oh, hey you two! It's been a long time, hasn't it? I'm excited because I'm going on a trip soon. Many things have changed. Lots of Outlanders have come to Inazuma. You two have been adventuring all over to that, so you might not be able to understand. But for us...
That's right, the Sakoku decree is gone.
Ah, I remember you two. Word of your incredible accomplishments has spread throughout Inazuma. My daughter's a big fan.
Come on, Dad. Who's never dreamed of becoming a hero? Oh, thanks. But I'm just your average artisan. But if an opportunity presents itself...
All right. Did you two come over today to order some fireworks?
Oh, sorry. Well, I'm gone. Dad's in charge of making fireworks. You've seen how skilled he is, so there's nothing to worry about.
Oh, no. We aren't here to do business or anything.
Oh, so we're all here with time to spare? What a treat! In that case, let's chat some more. I'm not...
Sure. So, where are you planning?
No clue.
Huh?
I say that, but I do have a travel goal. But I don't know when or where it'll happen.
That's it? No details?
Not right now. Since a long time ago, the Naganaharas were inspired to create new fireworks after watching such a meteor shower. Dad says that inspiration is a combination of what you see. Inazuma today is completely different from how it was in the past. If I can see this meteor shower, I'm sure I'll be able to come up with a new kind of firework. I know, right? Of course, my main reason is that I want to go and look outside Inazuma.
No need to be shy about it. You gotta play hard.
You know, you're right, Paimon. Is it just me, or have you gotten wiser since we first met?
Paimon loves being friends with you since you say such nice things.
Sumeru. I've heard of it. It has a ton of trees, a super impressive school, and a massive...
Yep, and everyone there is really smart, so Paimon's sure you'll get some answer.
Really? But won't research people make fun of me or something?
We won't know if something's real or not unless we ask. Don't worry. Well, he does anyway.
Wouldn't I be taking up your time, though? I doubt this is in your schedule.
Exactly! Relax, Yoimiya. You've helped us plenty.
All right. Then I accept your offer. Dad, you can have more peace of mind.
Oh, yes. Your mother...
Remember, you're too old. Okay, let's head to read. Wow, so this is Sumeru? That tree's huge! Is the port built on top of it? And this place is amazing! It's way bigger than Rito's port. There are...
Oh, there's more cool stuff for you to see. Don't you worry.
This place is awesome! If I hadn't seen the port with my own eyes, I could... So, the school you were talking about, the academia?
Nope, we have to head north from here and follow the river to reach Sumeru City.
Sumeru City, huh? I guess it's even more impressive than here. Looking forward to it. Whatever the case, why don't we go to Sumeru? Oh, I'm so excited that I don't even know what I should be doing anymore.
The important thing about going on a trip is to enjoy yourself. You don't have to think—
I'm just worried that if we don't get down to business soon. But if you insist, then let's look around.
Welcome to Akara Crabs. Feel free to have a look around.
Wow, what are these?
This is our current bestseller, the Aranara carving. Their designs are based on the fairy tales that circulate amongst children. Miss, are you from Inazuma? Oh, this would be a great gift for you to bring back.
Oh, I know about Aranara. You two told me about them on the ship. I didn't think they'd be so cute. No wonder oh, they're all so pretty. Let me take a better look.
Paimon knew Yoimiya would like this kind of thing, but even she might have a hard time seeing a real Aranara. Yeah, sorry, Yoimiya, but we need to keep our promise to the Aranara. That's that. Paimon doesn't think Yoimiya would mind too. Her world's already chock full of them.
I think I'll get this one. Ooh, that one. And the other two.
You're buying that many?
Yep. I'm going to give them out to Saika and the others. They're going to love them. They'd also look great lined up by the window. Think about it. When they brighten up your entire day. Okay, thanks. In that case...
For some reason, Paimon thinks...
Now that you mention it, it kinda does.
Hello, Nara Paimon. My name is Armia.
Is that how they talk? Hope I remember correctly.
That was really good! Wow, great memory! We only talked about...
That's because they're so interesting. I'm pretty good at remembering those kinds of things.
Of course. Thank you for your patronage. You all are an entertaining bunch.
That's about it for Port Ormos. Next up is Sumeru City.
All right, let's get to it. Wow, this market is even busier than the one in Port Ormos.
This is Treasure Street. Up from here is the Academia. Oh, and in that tree trunk is the Grand Bazaar. They're both...
I just saw a group of people come down, and they were all wearing the same outfit. Is that the Academia's uniform?
That's right. They also wear hats with different designs, depending on which darshan. For example, we'll be looking for someone from Watawahist. They know...
Does this mean that you need uniforms like those to get in and out of the...
Paimon doesn't think so.
Won't we stick out if we go in like this?
So even you get shy, huh?
No, that's not what I meant. Let's pretend you're an academia student, hard at work. Then in comes a bunch of outlanders in strange clothes who gawk and run around everywhere.
Oh, Paimon kinda gets what you mean.
I don't think we have to be too self-conscious, but it's still something to keep in. Why don't we look around here first? I've been wanting to see the Zubair Theater anyway. As for the Academia, let's go once I get myself a set of Sumeru-style clothes.
Alright, but Paimon thinks you're overthinking it. Nilu might have some good recommendations.
Sounds good. If we can watch a performance of hers while we're... Alright, I'll be looking around here. I'm leaving the meteor shower in...
No problem. We'll be right back. someone from Watawahis, but now that Paimon thinks about it, no one really... Paimon thinks Alhaitham might know something, but... Oh, why don't we just ask around? Maybe we'll run into someone from Watawahis.
Looks like you two are in a pickle. Why not consult someone who always tells you everything she knows?
Nahida! Oh, why are you here?
I'm here to meet with some researchers, but when I saw you two looking so troubled, I decided to follow. Looks like I showed up just in time.
Okay, we might as well tell you. We have a friend who's come...
I see.
Your face says that it's gonna be a long time, but...
My answer is going to be even more of a disappointment. You may have heard that the stars are related to people's fates.
Yeah, lots of times.
If the stars dictate destiny, then do you think that destiny is something that is unchanging and always follows predicted outcomes?
You have a point.
According to current Watawahist research, a meteor shower is a celestial phenomenon that occurs due to the interference between many intricate fates. Their appearance is highly random. Some have tried coming up with ways to predict their occurrence. This is a far cry from folktales that claim meteor showers come at certain times, and bless all who witness them.
So, you mean we won't be...
I'm sorry to disappoint.
If we tell this to Yoimiya, she'll be so disappointed. What now?
Are you two okay? It seems
Paimon just thinks this isn't fair to Yoimiya.
I get it. From how you described her, I can see that she is a kind and caring soul. So, why don't we take a page out of her book and protect her dreams with a well-intentioned...
Oh? How do we...
It'll be a story about a meteor shower. You'll accompany her on a brief journey, do a bit of work here and there. Oh, well, I can't summon a real meteor shower, but if it's in a dream, I can help.
Oh, that would be great, Nahida!
Compared to what you've done for me, this is nothing. Use the meteor shower as a pretext to take Yoimiya all around Sumeru. Then, when you're ready, blow this. I'll tell the Aranara in advance. Once they hear the whole story, I'm sure...
Then the dream will probably be like... That was a real shocker. It was hard to tell that we were even...
Once the meteor shower ends and you all awaken from the dream, if you tell her the truth at that point, she should be a lot less disappointed.
Paimon thinks this is the best way to...
You're welcome. Still, you two should get this story straight before you join up with your friend. If not, she's gonna see right through everything.
True. Let's discuss it on the way. So what we need to do is to make Yoimiya believe that the meteor shower is really happening, and be super convincing at how we sell it. If Paimon wanted to go see a meteor shower, the thing... Yes, exactly! We'll say we're trying to figure these two things out, but we'll actually be bringing Yoimiya... Oh, well, easier said than done. It'd be best if we could take a unique approach to making it fantastical, just like a real thing. Oh, that's right. Don't people... If we used wishes as the center of... Whoa, that sounds great! And then, while we're supposedly finding or making this... After all, the device can be anything, and the location can be wherever. This isn't about being smart, it's about being a good duo. The idea with... All right, let's go. Yoimiya's probably sick of waiting for us.
Thanks so much. If it weren't for your help, I would have gotten lost already.
It's no problem.
I'll be heading home then.
Just a minute, wait. This is an R&R carving I bought in Port Ormos. I heard it's very popular with kids, so here, have one.
It's alright. I didn't do much, really.
It's fine. Take it. Come on. You can display it at home or hang it on your wheelchair. It'll cheer you up. That might sound silly to you. Like, why do you have to be happy? But that's the magic of a smile.
Actually, I feel like I already do. You love talking, and you love... I just don't understand why you're so positive. Sorry, I'm not very good with words.
Want me to take you home?
It's okay. I can head back myself.
Oh, great timing, you two.
Who's that kid?
Oh, her? Her name is Aveen. I saw that she was pretty shy at first, but I explained that I just arrived in Sumeru and had gotten lost, so I needed someone to help guide me. She agreed and we made our way back here. There were so many paths here, and they're all twisty. No, she didn't want to talk about that, but if I had to guess, it's probably because all she said was that she's sick and doesn't... Whenever we passed by busy crowds, she kept turning her head and taking in all the things around her. At first, but when I caught a glimpse in her eyes,
It's hard not to be down when something like...
At first, she didn't really want to say anything to me at all. She just gave me yes and no, but what I really saw was just another child. Eventually, I think I earned her trust. I say that, but honestly, you two probably caught the majority of... Gotta start somewhere. Oh, by the way...
You bet we did. Big time. You're in luck, Yoimiya. You'll be able to see them...
Really? That's great! If I had gone looking for it myself, I'm sure I would have missed it. Huh? What do you mean? They respond to wishes? Huh. I've never heard... So it's not that you wish upon shooting stars, but that... In that case, I was born ready.
Are you talking about how you want to use the meteor shower as inspiration?
That's why I'm here, but I wouldn't call that my wish. I don't think that alone will...
Yeah! Wow, she's adding her own spin onto this.
If that's the case, then we'll have to practice wishing a little. Can you two come with me? Let me put my thoughts together. As for what my wish is... It's a secret for now.
Yeah, and we'll take the app.
More places to see? All right, let's go. Wow, is that what you two were talking about? Well, wait, it's not going to suddenly start moving.
Relax, it's completely still, and it's been...
That's true. It's green from all the over... All right, let's go. I was wondering, have you seen your sister yet?
Yep, but she said that she'd meet us at the end of our journey. And then she left.
I see. It seems she has her own things to worry about. But it's all right. At least you were able to talk. How did she look? Was she doing well? Had she changed in any way?
Well, according to him, nothing's really changed. He's hanging in there.
That sure is reassuring. I believe that you two will come to an understanding once your journey is over. You are siblings, after all. failed to climb all the way. What a great view! I just want to shout at the top of my lungs!
Yeah, and even though we might not be viewing the meteor shower from here...
Oops, I was having too much fun and almost before I left Inazuma, many people heard that I was looking for a meteor shower. So I told them that they could write their wishes down on paper. So I ended up...
Whoa! That many?
That's part of it, but more importantly, I've been wondering why people link meteor showers and wishes in the first place. After a lot of thought, I think I figured it out. People use fireworks to remember their most precious memories, and these memories sparkle and shine each time the fireworks fly. In other words, fireworks symbolize the past. And shooting stars make people think of wishes, because wishes carry people's brilliant hopes. One represents the past, and the other the future. They both bloom in the sky, but have completely different meanings behind them. It's really beautiful, isn't it? It's clear to me that I'm not the only one holding this belief. I'm sure my ancestor had similar views. I think that's how he drew inspiration from the meteor shower. His method was a wish of sorts to begin with, to join the past and future together and combine their beauty. At first, I wasn't completely serious about using the opportunity, but it became something like a mission once everyone had handed their wishes over to me.
Yoimiya. Well said. And here Paimon thought you needed...
That was fine. You both understand what I'm trying to say? I mean, these are all abstract topics that evoke a sense of admiration that...
Traveler?
I did consider that possibility, and I won't lie. I know that's the most realistic conclusion, and it's not like luck has to be on my side. But there's a premise to every legend, and that's belief. If I didn't take this step, I wouldn't be where I am now. I wouldn't have known that they respond to wishes, and I wouldn't have seen all these beautiful sights, and so I'm looking forward to the rest of our journey. Every single step of it.
You really are amazing, Yoimiya.
What?
Oh, nothing. Paimon just thinks you're doing a good job with the wishes. Like we said earlier, we're gonna need to build a device. Yep, and once we use it to create an observation device...
I see. The purest ore. Then why don't we go... I chatted with him a bit when Aveen was showing me around. He seems really knowledgeable. I bet he'll know something.
But wouldn't we...
No one knows more about ore than a blacksmith.
That's true.
Let's go. I wish we could fly over...
What are we gonna do? If we really ask the blacksmith, he's gonna give us funny looks for sure. You're right. Paimon will do... At first, Paimon felt bad about keeping Yoimiya in the dark. But now, it feels like we made the right decision. Yep, that's why we're doing all this.
You want to use the purest material to create a star observation device? That pair of specially crafted lenses should do the job. However, purest material is too vague. It'd be better if you were more specific. Firstly, this all sounds rather, strange. I never heard that legend about meteor showers.
Sorry for the trouble, but we are kind of messing with some...
Sorry, Inazuma's pretty far, so maybe some key information got lost across the ocean. Still, I want to at least give it a shot. even though the information's vague, can you help us at all?
Well, sure. Why don't I use some materials that might fit the bill and create up a mock-up device for you?
That'd be great! Thanks so much for—
No need to be so polite. You're my customer. Also, this kind of project is a nice change.
Maybe we can just pick a random one. It's not like we're really gonna use it anyway.
No, that won't do. I don't think I can justify— If these were for ordinary use, then it'd be acceptable.
Why are you so interested all of a sudden? Yeah, what now?
Don't worry too much about the material. If you think it'll be difficult to obtain, I want to try all our options.
Since we're on the topic of legends, allow me to— All of us in Sumeru know about this legendary forging material. It possesses excellent property. Using it to forge something is every blacksmith's dream. Some spend their entire lives searching for this material and—
Huh? Why?
That's because the material is too precious. Many believe themselves unworthy to work with it due to a lack— In other words, not only does it represent the pinnacle of material quality, I constantly practice and hone myself so when I do encounter this material—
So, you mean that it symbolizes—
Dreams, inspiration, obsession, focus. Call it what you want. But if you take it to— We call it Earthstone. But in truth, neither I nor my colleagues have ever seen it. It's more like a goal.
This fits perfectly with the tale of the meeting. Then, why don't we go looking for it?
Is it even something we can find?
Exactly! We're chasing down a legend after all. What's true or not doesn't matter as much. If we do find it, that's a big win for us. And
when you put it like that...
Hey, excuse me. If I might intrude, have you seen a child in a wheelchair?
Yeah, she and I were hanging out not that long ago.
Do you know where she went? She hasn't returned home yet.
Huh? I wonder why. When we...
Oh, dear. Oh, I'm sorry if I seem worked up. She's been depressed ever since she fell ill and was forced to use a wheel. If she does something reckless because she's not in a good state of mind...
It's okay, don't worry. Well, I can't say that I know her very well, but I think she just has a...
That's reassuring. She doesn't want to tell me anything, but I can't tell what she's thinking if we don't... I'm worried that I'll panic and make things worse by saying the wrong thing.
Don't worry. I'm sure she has a reason for wanting some space to herself at the moment. But that does bring me to a question I've been mulling over in my head.
Not that I'm aware of. I just know the illness was a big blow to her. She's always been physically active. She absolutely loved, but after she became ill, she lost strength in both legs. We've consulted with countless doctors, but they're all stumped. They said all she can do is slowly recoup. She believes that her legs will never recover, and her dreams of seeing the world would be forever.
Okay, I understand. I'll find a way to bring her around. Sorry, but it looks like we'll have to put our meteor shower search on hold.
We're coming with you!
Mr. Blacksmith, do you remember seeing a child in a wheelchair?
Sorry, afraid not. I've been keeping my eyes on my anvil, but you're looking for someone. He's my supplier. If anyone's aware of the comings and goings in Treasure Street...
Do you know where we can find him?
He's probably resting just over there. It's not far.
Got it. Thanks for... We'll go over there and see what we can find out. Don't worry, I don't think...
Thank you so much. He and I will continue. If you find her, please, let...
in a wheelchair?
Now that you mention it, that does ring a bell. I was moving some boxes at the time and I saw her pushing her wheelchair so hard she was pain. I asked if she needed help, but she didn't respond. As if she didn't hear me.
Sounds like there really was something on her mind.
Yeah, that was the impression I got too. What's wrong?
Yes, so we're looking for her.
I see. That's rather worrying.
I know. I'll ask. She went that way. If you ask people as you go, hopefully you'll track her down.
Okay, thanks. If you find out anything, don't forget to tell the people with the green
You mean the core of 30. Don't worry,
Excuse me, we're looking for...
Oh, I remember her. I asked her what she was doing. It's my job, after all. She just said she had...
That seems a little weird.
Whatever the case, she left the city. If you follow that...
Gotcha. Hello there. Did a child in a wheelchair pass this way?
A wheelchair? Oh, I didn't get a good look, but something going pretty fast went sliding down that slope over there.
Oh no, how dangerous.
For sure. There's terrain of all sorts outside the city, and...
Got it. It was over there, right?
Hey, are you alright?
I fell off my wheelchair. I can't move around without it.
It's okay. You're okay. You're not hurt. I'll take care of her. Can you two look for her wheelchair?
No problem. We'll be right... Wheelchair. So the hilly churls took it. We gotta get it back before they damage it.
You can't run.
Coming at ya. This one's got your name on it.
All right, we're in luck. Looks like the wheelchair's still working.
That's good. Or else my family would have to pay for another.
You feeling any better? It's all right. You're safe now. Do you feel okay telling me why you had... If you don't want anyone else to know, we'll definitely keep it a secret.
That's right. You can trust us.
The Aranara carving. My bestest friend.
The carving? You mean the one I get?
Yeah. My illness is really bad. I used to love running. I loved the feeling it gave me. But the longer I sit, the cloudier those memories get. I'm starting to forget how it feels to love some. But when I saw that wood carving, I rememred that...
Wait, was he an Aranara? Paimon meant that it couldn't have been an Aranara, right? They're just
But they aren't. They're real. They couldn't be more real.
Hey, I understand. Okay.
Sorry. I got carried away. And everyone says you can't see Aranara anymore once you become an adult. You have to say goodbye to your I can't remember his name. Or how he looked like. And soon, I don't want to become an adult.
I understand now. When you saw that carving, you came out here to look for him and remember that friendship.
Yes. I want to see him. I want to tell him that I'm not angry with him. I'm not angry with him.
Cheer up. Something beautiful has happened.
Beautiful?
That's right. You remembered something about the Aranara. Once you start remembering more things, you'll be able to... And I'll help you.
Yoimiya, does this mean that you can...
Sorry, I don't know if I can. I've only just arrived in Sumeru. Maybe I haven't seen one yet. Or maybe I can't see them at all. But that doesn't matter. Whether I can see them or not doesn't change...
What do we do? Paimon really wants to help her. She didn't deserve any of this. Not her illness, or being separated from her friend. But...
Huh? Me? Sure. Sorry. Wait here for a moment. I'll be right back. What's wrong? You look so serious all of a sudden. Oh, did you think I was overpromising back there? To her, reuniting with her Aranara friend is the result. But recapturing her I'm guessing that her sudden illness made her feel like she may not be able to realize her dreams anymore. Everyone has their own imagination. After some chance coincidence, she met not. So as long as we help her rediscover that same feeling she went...
Oh, so that's what...
Adults only want to believe in objective reality. In doing but, I think there are ways to get even subject. So, how about...
Looks like all this excitement makes...
If we didn't do anything to help, I wouldn't be able to watch a meteor shower. And would the stars really want their caller to have such a heartless soul?
What are... Because we can actually summon the Aranara. Just watch! We have some trick...
Whoa, so this isn't... I'm the one who should be apologizing. Sorry, let me explain. I know that you only want to be seen by people you trust. It's rash of me, but this girl once had an Aranara as her pet. She's been quite ill, and her world has been turned up. Parting with a friend like that is too sad, and she never... That's why I want to help her. Her world is still very small. Too small for all the sadness. As things are, all she can do is sit alone and think about how happy... Yes, maybe we're already used to bad luck and we know how to deal with feelings of sorrow, but this is her first time dealing with any of this. Life is for us to support when it...
Huh? What do you mean? So, that...
Thank you! Thanks for trusting us.
Paimon's been meaning to ask what you meant by prepared.
Dreams. But I'll never be able to stand again. My heart?
Huh? He's gone just like it... Looks like The sky here has changed somewhat.
My heart.
Huh?
I stood up. It wasn't hard at all, and it didn't feel weird. It was like...
Wait, so that means we're... not our first time in one. No wonder Araporva said not to worry. Aveen can move freely in this...
Wow, that's amazing!
How amazing! Now we can all look for... Come on, let's race. Let me see how...
I might not have recovered yet. Whatever, let's go. I won't lose.
And off she goes! Well, this was easy. Paimon thought she'd need more time. That's true. Let's catch up with them.
Run any further, you would have...
Aveen was neck and neck with Yoimiya.
I've outran lots of adults before. Long legs don't...
I won't even be able to compete with you in a... let's see. Where should we go next?
Look! Something's floating up ahead!
Does it want us to follow it?
Maybe.
Up and away.
Want to keep chasing after it? You're not feeling worn out yet?
Getting tired is part of running, and I love everything about running.
So many huge mushrooms here. They're big enough to lie on.
That's not what they're for. Let me show you.
Oh, so it's for jumping? Watch this!
So, this is our destination? But Paimon doesn't see an Aranara.
I'm so happy. At first, but as long as I continue moving forward, even though I don't know how...
Oh, that's not important. Our memories don't just symbolize our... Once you find the hope in your heart again,
Yes. Thank you, Yoimiya. Thank you. Let's keep looking for Arashani.
Yeah. Then why would the star lead us here?
I don't know how to explain this. Almost like it's...
I know. Could this stone be your Earthstone?
Earthstone?
It's a very rare ore that symbolizes a person's aspirations and dreams. Since you can see it, that means you found what you...
Is
It's just like in fairy tales. I thought but I'm glad that I found that belief again. They passed right through!
Let's go after them!
Hey, Yoimiya! Hey! Well, we have no choice. We passed through, but nothing. Arashani? Arashani!
The R&R is sure of it. They not only helped Devine find her best friend, but they also... we have to look for one of our own later, to make the...
Yep. It's kind of funny, but Paimon thinks we can actually do...
But we have to bring her back to Sumeru City first. Her mother must...
The dream ended.
We dreamed a most lovely dream. Don't look so lonely. He's right next to you.
Arashani! You're... It's okay. I understand. This happened. I think I understand now. Yoimiya's right. Everyone gets thanks for helping me rediscover my memories and dreams.
Now that we're on this track, I think we'll find it.
Yoimiya, you need this Earthstone because you want to see...
Yep.
Oh, if that's how things... I'm happy to lend you my Earthstone. What just happened? Did you just take glasses out of...
How'd you know we...
I didn't. I just thought that since you helped me find my precious... And then the light turned into this.
Thank you. I didn't expect us to solve our problem like... Not that I know how to use it, but where are you? Where are you? Oh! I think I see it! Oh, it was, pretty obvious. Come on, I'll lead the way. Once we're done watching the meteor shower, I'll accompany you home. Also, thank you for helping us. Actually, let me scrap the pleasantry. You all are great story. Just like fireworks.
We're waking up already?
The meteors we summoned flew up from the ground. They were exactly like fire. I could have kept watching that forever. That was the realest, grandest...
Paimon, too! Paimon didn't expect you to just poke...
Honestly, I didn't think about it at all. I just thought it... You know me. I really should thank you two, though. You set all this up as a backup plan because you knew that meteor showers are hard to catch, right? Don't worry. I loved it so much.
Oh, whew. That's good.
Why would I be? I dreamed about helpful, friendly. I dreamed that we ran and jumped atop large mushrooms and when I thought we had woken up, the next part was even from her heart, a fiend brought forth earthstone glasses. We found meteors that flew up from the earth. And we even became one with the shooting stars themselves. That's right. Dreams themselves may be imaginary. If we were sticklers about truth and fiction, we would have missed out.
You sure know your way with words. Paimon's gonna bump you up a few... by the way, the Aranara, they don't usually...
Oh yeah! They're so cute! We really have to thank...
The wood carvings?
Yeah! If we hadn't seen those wood carvings, then we wouldn't have dreamed of such cute...
Huh.
Don't worry, I know. I think they're... Well, it's almost time. Sumeru's such a nice place. I'll be back for sure.
You will always be welcome here.
It's a deal. I'll be waiting for you. Yoimiya, before you go back, I want to tell you about my new dream. I want to travel to Inazuma on my own.
Wow, that's impressive. I didn't Don't worry. I'll make you some fireworks that you'll never... You do as well. No matter how busy your adventures get, remember to come... You gotta come and watch the fireworks.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, why'd you just shout that out? Oh yeah! By the way, have a look at this. That's right. This is the one you helped me pick. And you said it looked kind of like me. Look at it whenever you're feeling down. And of course, meeting in person is still better. Okay, I'll be heading back now. I really love the trip you No matter where you two go, I know that our friendship and... So, go forward. To the end of your journey, and to the ends of this world. See you around.
Yeah.